Hello, dear friends. I am Dr. Ashok Santukura Kulkarni, Associate Professor in Chemistry, Bahji Smarak Mahavidyalaya, Basmadnagar. Dear students, today we are going to learn the unit of Physical Chemistry, Nernst Distribution Law. In 1891, Nernst studied several solutes, it may be solid or liquids, added in a mixture of non-miscible solvents. The solute itself distributes between the solvents contact with each other, and the solute exists as simple molecules in both the solvents. Now the statement Nernst stated, when solute is added in a mixture of non-miscible solvents, solute itself distributes in such a way that solute exists as simple or same molecules in both the solvents. The ratio of the concentration of the solute into solvent is constant at given temperature and is independent of amounts of solute and solvents. Dear students, we may more learn practically. Dear students, we learn more practically. Suppose this is a beaker containing a mixture of non-miscible solvents. Consider here a mixture of water and benzene, and here is there is interface, and there are two layers. This layer is aqueous water layer and this one is benzene layer. When solute is added in a mixture of non-miscible solvent, solute get distributes. Suppose X is solute and this solute get distributes in the both the solvents. Now the rate of distribution of the solute here is directly proportional to concentration. Suppose the rate when solute is from the benzene, it is passing into the solvent water. The rate is R1, and this R1 rate is directly proportional to the concentration of the solute present in the benzene. Consider here C1. C1 is the concentration of the solute. Now the reverse reaction is take place. The solute X is passing into the benzene from water solvent to the benzene solvent here. Now the rate is R2. R2 is directly proportional to the C2. C2 is concentration of the solute present in water solvent. Now here there is the chemical equilibrium is formed. Dynamic equilibrium is formed here. Both the rate becomes equal. R1 is equal to R2. Now at that time there, when solute is distributed between the solvents, the solute exists same molecular state in both the solvent. Suppose consider here the state is X. Here is also X, same molecular state. But in some cases, there here is one of the solvent, there is association or the dissociation of the solute take place. Association means the molecules gather together, coupled together to form dimer, trimer, tetramer. But here the ratio between the ratio of this solute is there is only a same molecular state. Now learn more diagrammatically. Dear students, we learn more diagrammatic representation of the Nernst distribution law. So consider here, this is a beaker, and this beaker containing a mixture of two non-miscible solvents. Consider solvent first, solvent second, and here consider solute. X is the solute. That solute, when we are going to add it from this spatula, this solute distributes between the solvents. Solvents first and solvents second. There is a distribution of the solute take place, and the solute exists as simple molecules in both the solvents. There is no association or dissociation of the solvent take place. The molecular state is same between the two solvents. Now here the rate of the solute is directly proportional to concentration. Suppose here the X from the solvent first passing into the solvent second, the rate is R1, and this R1 rate is directly proportional to the concentration C1. C1 is the concentration of the solute in the solvent first. Now, and this K1 is the rate constant of the reactions. A reverse reaction is take place. The solute get distributes in the solvent first. Here the rate is R2, and this R2 is directly proportional to C2, and this C2 is the concentration of the solute present in solvent second, where K2 it is the rate constant of the reactions, and here the dynamic chemical equilibrium is established when R1 becomes R2. Now we see here the rate R1 is directly proportional to C1. This equation may we write R1 is equal to K1 into C1. Equation label as equation 1. Similarly, the R2 is directly proportional to C2, and R2 is equal to K2 into C2. Equation label as 2. Now, when dynamic equilibrium is established, then rate becomes R1 is equal to R2. Substitute the value of R1, R2 from equation 1 and 2. We get the equation KD is equal to C1 upon C2. This K1 upon K2 is the KD. And we get this equation KD is equal to C1 upon C2. This is the mathematical form of Nernst distribution law. And C1 is the concentration of solute X present in solvent first. C2 is the concentration of solute X present in solvent second. Now this ratio C1 upon C2 is constant ratio of the concentration of the solute, which is independent of amount of solute and solvents, where KD is equal to distribution constant or coefficient, or partition constant or coefficient, because here this law also is known as distribution law or partition law. More details we may learn the theoretically. See here, the more detailed theoretical study of Nernst distribution law. In 1891, Nernst studied several solutes, it may be solids or liquids, when added in a mixture of non-miscible solvents. Solute itself distributes between solvents contact with each other, and the solute exists as simple or same molecules in both the solvents. Now question may arise in the examination. State and explain Nernst distribution law and give its limitations. Now the statement is, when solute is added in a mixture of two non-miscible solvents, solute itself distributes in such a way that solute exist as simple or same molecules in both the solvents. The ratio of the concentrations of solute in two solvent is constant at given temperature and is independent of amount of solute and solvents. Explanation. When solute is added in a mixture of two non-miscible solvents, solute distributes in both the solvent. Now consider here R1 is the rate of distribution of solute from solvent first to solvent second. R2 is the rate of distribution of solute from solvent second to solvent first. Now here there is chemical equilibrium is established. Solute X in solvent first, here solute X in solvent second. This is the R1 is the rate of distribution of solute from solvent first to solvent second is directly proportional to concentration C1. This may right here R1 is equal to K1 into C1, equation 1. Similarly, the rate R2 is directly proportional to concentration C2. This equation may write R2 is equal to K2 into C2, the level as equation 2. When dynamic equilibrium is reached here, then the rate R1 becomes equal to R2. Substitute the values of R1, R2 from equation 1 and 2. This is the value of R1 K1 into C1. R1 value is K1 into C1. R2 values is K2 into C2, K2 into C2. Rearranging this equation, C1 upon C2 is equal to K2 upon K1. This ratio is constant at given temperature, where K1 and K2 are the rate constants, but K2 upon K1 is KD, D is distribution constant. Substitute this value in this equation, then KD is equal to C1 upon C2. This is the mathematical expression of the Nernst distribution law or partition law, where KD is distribution constant or coefficient, or partition constant or coefficient. Learn here limitations of Nernst distribution law. The first limitation is the temperature must be constant throughout the experiment. Second, the solvent must be non-miscible. Third, the law is valid for only dilute solutions. That means low concentration of the solute is needed. Fourth one, the law does not hold if there is association of the solute or dissociation of solute. Fifth one is the concentration of solute are noted after equilibrium has been established. These are the limitations of Nernst distribution law.